pick ban phase for what? We're going to PS2.
Going to Pokemon Stadium 2. It's big. Ken has to approach a lot. Ken has to jump in a lot. Yoshi's really good at catching those. I feel like it's going to be really difficult for Fancy.
All right, let's see how this neutral starts between both of these players, though. I love analyzing player neutral. Suarez opting to kind of dance back and forth, and Fancy throwing out his own vibe check, saying, all right, I know what's up.
Oh my gosh, that was so clean. He was just able to track him. If the neutral connected, or even if it didn't, Suarez still had enough time to be able to cover every option. That amount of repositioning was insane. Now, speaking of repositioning, Fancy's high recovery was really, really solid, just being able to go up and around Suarez. That is also going to be the name of the game to beating him. Can you get back onto the stage against him?
Yeah, both of these characters have super high damage output. So for me, I'm really watching who's going to be able to take their combos a little bit further. Ooh, bad DI or just Yoshi?
Yoshi. Pretty difficult to react to. Suarez had the timing. Now just waiting to get the next hit out. And of course, you can hit through focus with like a nice multi-hit. So just having that tool available to you is going to be so big in this kind of a matchup.
Yeah, no, for sure. I love the way that Suarez is kind of playing slow. I feel like a lot of the times I'm seeing Yoshi's just throw out every single option that they have, and I feel like he's really analyzing Fancy's kind of movement patterns around the stage, and he's punishing accordingly. Nice nair out. Ooh, all right. Getting the spinning kick right back onto the stage, and we're going to head back into neutral.
Look how patient Suarez is out of the corner, not gushing in, not dashing in a little bit too quickly. Fancy getting vibe checked by the projectile, and Suarez with the cleanest up smash setup. This is Suarez, yeah.
This is definitely one of Long Island's best. Oh my god, and just like Marvel 2, we're taking you for a ride. There we go. Shoryuken not going to be able to seal that stock. Suarez still sitting kind of pretty at 83. I mean, Yoshi is a little bit heavier than most other characters, so once again, just trying to find his way in right now. All right, and he's going to find it. So here we are, on to second stock.
Yeah, Fancy finally being able to close out that first one. Now just has to find a way just to be able to put on damage again. You don't see them carry the advantage hit as much as you would normally see with Ken, right? Because even that up B was completely unsafe on hit. Suarez was able to get a hit out of it and completely just turn the situation around in his favor. So.
All right, here we go. Trying to break the egg, but nothing there. Suarez looking for the dunk, but not going to be able to find it. So going for it one more time. Egg out there, and you're going to find that dunk right there. Good on Suarez. Nice game one.
Yep, it was clean. It was consistent. He got an up tilt, he got an up air, and then he was able to do at least 50%. He was able to get Fancy off stage a whole bunch. And I feel like a lot of Ken's struggles in this matchup came into play. We saw forward, we saw neutral air, all right, you saw one up tilt, and then Suarez immediately jumping away. And even if Fancy was able to get a hit, like in the case of with that up B, Suarez was not at a high enough percent to the point that he was knocked away far enough and was just able to land immediately and hit Fancy for that. I feel like there was just so many places that Suarez was just excelling in.
Yeah, no, for sure. Smashville is going to be the pick, and I do agree with it for Ken, but I don't know. I feel like if Yoshi's killing you really early off the sides, that might not exactly be the place that you want to go. But let's see how exactly Fancy kind of changes around his gameplay, kind of adapts to the situation. But right now we're going to press some buttons, and that's a nice 34% start, but not if Suarez has anything to say about it.
All out of that double jump. Fancy was stuck in the lag of the Hadouken. Suarez jumped out, was able to land nice and aggressively, and even up all of that percent and effort that Fancy put in. Now going to be stuck at the ledge a little bit, is going to be able to fight his way back on. Now has Fancy off stage once again, but yeah, nobody just able to hold on to it for too long.
Yep, no, for sure. Fancy, once again, I feel like he's just trying to pick an approach. I like how he is staying grounded, though. He does realize that Yoshi is a character that anti-airs you really well. But once again, Suarez is really comfortable right now. But the percentages are pretty close.
Oh, that was enough shield pushback to the point that Fancy was not able to get the shield break there. Had Fancy been a little bit closer to the edge of the stage, I fully am confident that would have shield broken because it would have stopped Suarez from sliding off. But yep, just a consistent Yoshi bread and butter. Once again, being able to close it out.
Yep, all right. Shoryuken of his own, and nice on Fancy. Going to be able to use the lower ceiling of Smashville other than PS2 to get his stock. And we're looking a lot better, Dara, this game.
Yeah, just being, by virtue of being on a smaller stage, Fancy is just able to stuff out some of Suarez's jumps a little bit more, just being able to catch some of his approaches. Now Fancy trying to find his own jump in here. Suarez, I like the idea to go for rising forward, but the move was a little bit too slow to air Fancy.
All right, here we go. Little ledge game going on right here. Gonna reset to neutral in the center. Suarez waiting. Just the most patient of players here. Once again, percentages are looking a little close. The Shoryuken to anti-air him back, saying, hey, no, you got to play a little bit safer.
Oh, really good forward. He tries to maybe catch a double jump with the second one, but it's okay because Suarez was just able to reposition himself to be able to ledge trap.
All right, here we go. Once again, Shoryuken coming out. We're going to reset neutral a bunch of times. Oh, God, I can't say I agree with the option. The random Shoryu, I don't know. Suarez, being the great player that he is, was able to kind of punish that automatically.
He just like understood that in that position that there's not a whole lot that he can do. That Shoryuken was a really, really good call out, but typically speaking, as Yoshi, if you're at a high percent and you're sitting in shield, you don't have that much to be afraid of him, Ken. Because if you see that focus come out, you can kind of react and throw out a back hill. So now Suarez, using the neutral air as a bit of a finisher, tries to find a landing. Both of them just swinging just to see who can get that first big hit.
Yep. And Suarez, once again, just utilizing the platform a lot to try and just get these drop-down aerials from it. But once again, we're going to see Fancy try and recover. This is a really poor position, and this is Fancy's winner stock here. So let's see how exactly he can bring it back. But Suarez is all over this man.
Yeah, Fancy waiting on his recovery as long as possible, just making sure that Suarez was not throwing out like any preemptive eggs. Both of them playing really patiently, sitting in shield. What a call-out.
Yep, no. Fancy sitting at almost 120%, but that's a Ken in rage, and that's Yoshi. So if he gets one of those random Shoryus from probably kind of the mid-air, another one of those, and that's actually going to take us to game 3. But I like the way now he's chasing a little bit more safely, but once again, those random Shoryus, Dara, that we saw stock 2, transfer into stock 3, and you lose your stock right then and there.
That wasn't a safe chase at all. Yeah,
nope,
I feel
not.
like Fancy's upbees, I've only seen either 1 or 2 actually kill. The few that I did see connect, what kind of happened was Suarez was at a low enough percent they got hit, and then he just landed with a button and hit Fancy for doing that, and was able to get basically much more mileage off of it. And then there were times that Fancy completely whiffed them, maybe just trying to catch a jump out of shield or something. It's a commitment. You need a strong tell on a player to be able to do that. And Suarez was always playing second beat out of shield. He was always waiting for Fancy to be the first one to press a button, either to jump or to attack from shield, and then he would try to respond accordingly. So I just don't think Fancy was able to catch on to that.
Nope, and some great adaptation and a great showing from Suarez as well. Once again, Long Island, one of their best players down there, so definitely a player that you should not only watch in this tournament, but watch their stream as well. Give him a follow. Definitely a really nice person.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's really great at what he does. He helps people out. He plays with friendlies, anybody who asks. I am always a Jonathan Suarez shill at the end of the day, so I am here to stand him, and I'm here to shill him into oblivion. Would I be able to tell you who the next match is off the top of my head? No. So in the meantime... okay, we got to get back to a previous discussion. So we already talked about character player bases that we dislike. We talked about Smash DLC. We got to go through the typical list of go-to questions.
Okay. So what's the go-to question, Dara? You're the
putting
queen
it on
of
me.
Phil. You just said you're the queen of Phil.
I am the queen of Phil. Okay, here's another question. Which Smash character do you think you could beat in a fight? Like, rock the... So hard
Isabelle.
mode, no babies.
Isabelle.